starting these verbal altercations?
He will just disrespect me, and then I will go back at him.
She verbally abuses us.
You're raising children who are going to have to recover from their childhood. You're suing because you said she used $1,500 to get breast augmentation.
I get in touch with her family. They're like, she's probably in surgery right now. Surgery for what?
Well, sir, are you or are you not using the product that she purchased?
I actually just married an empty alcoholic.
And you rushed in it because you were looking for a Band-Aid. Here is today's case.
This couple says COVID killed their relationship. She says after he lost his job, he became lazy, unmotivated to find another job, and developed a porn addiction. She is ready to end the relationship if things don't change. That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, as you know, we have a virtual audience and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is David from Greensboro, North Carolina.
David, welcome to Divorce Court. We're so happy to have you with us.
Your Honor, this is the case of Sharp versus Jaime.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Rachel Sharp.
Yes.
You have brought Fabian Jaime into divorce court today. I understand the two of you have been in a long-term relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
6 years, but you now are having a number of issues and want to talk about some of them today before you go your separate ways, according to you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll start with you, ma'am. Why don't you give me some background and tell me how the two of you met?
Okay, so Fabian and I met several years ago. We were friends for a couple years before we started dating. And I mean, everything just kind of fell into place. We got along really well. We already had that foundation set. And so after dating for a few years, we moved in together.
Mm-hmm. And so you were friends for 2 years? So what made you go to the next level and decide you were romantically interested?
She's beautiful. I mean, she was the one.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, we fell in love, and you know, we'd have fun nights together, and you know, one thing led to another, and I wanted her to be mine, and she was.
Why do you think you ended up here today?
She has issues with my lifestyle. She is lazy, first of all, and I'm a hard worker, but because of quarantine, I was laid off, and I was on unemployment, so I had a lot of time at home, and she was always working, so she would come home and she would see, you know, me, like, you know, hanging out at the house or whatever, being on video games or whatever, and she just had a problem with that. But then she picked up more shifts, and then I wouldn't see her. Next thing you know, it was just like, take me to work, pick me up from work, and I'm like her chauffeur, you know what I mean? And I think she needs an assistant, not a boyfriend.
What do you have to say about that, Ms. Sharp? Because you have a number of issues you say have happened over the last several years that have caused you to be on the brink of breaking up.
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, he's the lazy one, I would say, because I'm the one that's still working. I've been working through this entire pandemic. And so, like, for the whole
if he got laid off, to be fair, a lot of people did, and it's not because they were lazy, it's because of, you know, a pandemic happened, something out of all of our control.
Yes, and I understand that, you know, in the first few months into the pandemic, it was a little bit more acceptable for him not to be working, but I still feel like there's a better use that he could be doing with his time. But, you know, he doesn't clean. Like, I'm working all day. He doesn't clean. He doesn't do anything. He just seems to spend the entire day just doing his hobbies, watching porn, playing video games, just nothing.
Honestly, it's her mess.
Okay, well, what is this a photo of?
That's her mess.
That's just like before I did laundry or whatever. I mean, it's not always that bad. That was what he left there. That was a picture I sent in because I'm always coming home. There's takeout containers everywhere. There's food everywhere.
It's a coffee table. Of course there's gonna be cups and
food under the
on
bed.
So what is this really about? What is really happening here?
We used to get along really well, and now it seems like we're fighting all of the time.
Why?
And
what is the reason?
There's a lot. I mean, I feel like I'm stressed. I'm working a lot, and it would be nice, like, if he would do something for me when I got home. You know, like if the dishes could be done or something. And I mean, there's time for you to cook. Like, you're at home like all the time. There's plenty of time to cook, and if we're trying to save money, you know, for a future, for children, for a family, there's nowhere.
You don't tell me where the mop is. Like, I asked you before, like, where's the broom, and you won't even tell me. I'll do it
Okay,
when I get a chance.
so
Sorry.
before we leave here today, we'll put the two of you on a cleaning schedule. That'll be one of the ways that we can resolve this with directions of where everything is and where to put everything away when you're finished. What's happening with the out-of-town guests? That became a big issue.
So with the out-of-town guests, I had friends coming to visit me from Minnesota, and I had picked up a lot of shifts. I wanted to work. I was working 2 jobs at the time. And so he was supposed to clean the house while I was at work. He was supposed to get it all ready so that they had a place to stay, make the guest bed, put the sheets on it, everything. I get home, nothing had been done. In fact, it was messier than when I left for work that day.
And so what happened?
She got mad because because I didn't clean her mess, her clothes, all the stuff that's all over the house.
But was there an agreement that because she was working 70 hours at the time, you weren't working, and you had company that was coming to stay with the two of you for a while? Was there an agreement that you would do that?
Sorry,
That you
Your
would
Honor.
clean?
It was her friends. And if
I
she
understand
wants-
it's her friends.
Yeah.
I understand it's her mess according to you. But was there an agreement in place? Because when you're in a relationship, you're in a partnership. Sometimes you give a little, sometimes you give a lot. Sometimes you give 10%, sometimes you give 100%, right? It's not about just everything being 50-50 all the time. So I'm just asking, I understand these were her friends. I understand this was her mess. But was there an agreement, and I understand sometimes you can't find the mop, but was there an agreement on that day that you would take care of this responsibility?
I said yes, I'll do it. I say yes to her so she'll just,
And so,
quiet
but you
down.
didn't do it. But you didn't.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it that
And what's
day,
your
yeah.
reason?
I was playing with my friends online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing what, porn? Watching live streams again?
She's always on me. I can't even watch porn without her knocking on the door, and you know what I mean? It's not right.
It literally has gotten so bad that he has forgotten to pick me up from work because he was just watching porn.
You don't think you have a problem? Is this why the work isn't getting done? Because you're online?
Yeah, I'm online a lot, and who isn't online a lot? These days, especially.
When you have responsibilities and things to do,
Right.
that's when you're not online.
Right.
Right?
Well, when she's gone, I feel like I'm finally on vacation because she's always on me. I can't even watch porn without her knocking on the door and making me hurry up. You know what I mean? It's not right.
I shouldn't have to knock on the door. Why do you even have to watch porn when I'm home? That's
What's going on? You said that's a concern of yours.
It's a huge concern. And I don't know if it's something that I just didn't recognize before, pre-COVID, pre-living together. But even the first year that we lived together, I didn't really notice it. But it literally has gotten so bad that he has forgotten to pick me up from work because he was just watching porn, having a marathon, basically.
She got off early that day, Your Honor. She was supposed to be off at 4, not 2.
Wow.
And so I get an Uber home, walk in the house, and I hear moaning. And so I walk in, I storm into the office where I hear the moaning coming from, and he's literally just sitting right in front of it with the porn on the big screen, connected to his laptop. And just so oblivious, doesn't hear me walk in, doesn't hear the phone, nothing. And so yeah, as part of me was relieved that it wasn't another woman, but still it was almost more pathetic. Just saying.
So there's a lot happening here, right? Because not only is it, because I'm starting to get a little bit of a clearer picture, do you think you have a problem? Do you think you have an unhealthy
Your Honor, everyone
a problem
masturbates.
with
Everyone
watching
watches
porn?
Your Honor.
But I'm going to tell you something. No, they don't. But even if this is your preference, here's where I think it becomes a problem where it crosses the line. Because when you have responsibilities and you choose to do this to make another choice instead of your responsibilities, and you can't clean the house, you can't pick up your girlfriend from work, you can't answer your phone, you don't respond to messages because of this, what you call a hobby. It's not really a hobby. That means it's taking over your life. You don't think you have a problem?
I don't think it's a problem.
Okay, I think you do. Why has this taken over your life at this point?
She doesn't give me what I want anymore, and that's why I'm online now. I'm watching porn, and I'm getting what I need to get from porn, not from Rachel anymore.
So you can't be in a relationship right now. right?
Yeah, especially if I'm just her assistant, picking her up from work, taking her to work. You know, it's like, she used to cook. She doesn't cook anymore. She used to do laundry. She doesn't do laundry anymore. She won't sweep anymore. It's like the dog.
Because you feel that because she's working, she has now relegated you to taking care of the house.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in that position.
Your Honor, this isn't what I signed up for.
I mean, with all the
Well, then I think we're close to our answer in terms of what's happened in this relationship, because neither one of you signed up for what you're getting out of this relationship at this point.
We used to have things going really well, and we used to get along. We used to have like a magnetic connection and everything. We used to be really inseparable, and it has all fizzled out. There's like hardly any romance anymore in our relationship.
So, you know, I know you've been in a relationship for 6 years, and sometimes it's easy to fall in love. It takes work to stay there. And those special holidays, those special moments that you have to take some time and continue to do the things that you did in the beginning when you had all of this romance, because it's a continuation of it.
I do have a witness, though, that could explain this a little bit better.
What do you know about this case and their relationship?
We were messaging on Instagram a lot. He was really confiding in me a lot about his relationship problems, and it was really bad.
That's what you came to court for? You came to support him in what way? If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
I do have a witness, though, that could explain this a little bit better.
Okay, Juan,
I'd
will you
like
bring in
to,
the witness? Hi, Miss Bria, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
I understand that you are a friend of Mr. Jaime, and do you know Miss Sharp as well?
I know about her from him.
Okay, well tell me what's going on. What do you know about this case and their relationship?
So, Your Honor, we've been friends for about 5 years. We met at a mutual friend's birthday dinner. And, well, this last year, we were messaging on Instagram a lot. We were always flirting, and this last year, when quarantine started, he was really confiding in me a lot about his relationship problems, and it was really bad. Like, he was just feeling so depressed, so unloved, just like she was always gone all the time. She was just doing like a lot of shady things. Like, he just really felt like there was no connection, nothing going on. I knew that he would watch porn. Like, that never bothered me. Like, I was just like, okay.
Well, why would it bother you? You're not in a relationship with him.
Well, so this last year, with all due respect, Your Honor, we actually have been seeing each other since last year. And I wanted to come here to support him, obviously, because we've been, one thing led after another, and we would hang out. We would hang out all the time. He was confiding me about the relationship. We just really developed a strong...
So you came to court to tell us that you're a side chick?
Well...
Because he's in a relationship, and you know he lives with this woman over here. That's what you came to court for? So you say you know of her from him?
Yes.
That you've been seeing him for the past year, and you came to support him in what way?
Well, we want to get things moving along. He really wants to be done with this relationship. He wants to end things. He wants to start over. And I mean, we've gotten really serious this whole past year, honestly. And he's been literally just telling me how he's been staying with Rachel because, it's like a place to live. And
you telling me you came to court today to tell me that the two of you have developed a serious relationship, but he's been living with another woman this entire time? That's what you came to court to tell me?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna let you speak now, Mr. Jaime.
Yeah.
You have the floor.
I've been seeing Bria for the last year and a few months, and...
Why even?
Because you're not there anymore, and...
So you can tell her, you can tell Miss Sharp, sir?
Maybe because I'm not in love with you anymore. I love you as a person, but I'm not in love with you
I'm
anymore.
not in love with you anymore either. I am so done.
I just don't understand why you thought this was the venue for you to come in and reveal that you've been in another relationship the entire time. You are stunning to me. You seem proud that this is a person that you've been seeing, and essentially he's been lying to another woman for an entire year. How do you know he's not lying to you and you're just person number 2, 3, or 4? How do you know this?
Well,
because he's obviously a good liar, right? Because he can deceive her, and you're okay with this?
He's gonna leave you too, you know that,
And you
right?
can take a look at Miss Sharp. I'll see you back here next year.
We're gonna move to Europe. I've been wanting to go to Europe.
Miss, and I have a question for the two of you, really and truly. Just since you wanted to show up in court today, right, and make your big reveal, you never thought to say to Mr. Jaime in this relationship before we start ours?
Well, that's exactly what we've been talking about this whole year, basically.
For a year?
Well,
A year.
It progressed. So, I mean, it wasn't like the entire year. It really like moved forward. It was more towards the end of the year where we're like, he's like, I'm leaving her. I just need a place to stay right now, basically, because money's been tight. And
How old are you?
27.
You're naive, but there's nothing that I can tell you today that is going to get through to you. So when you leave court today, you just go and you live your life. You will learn soon enough on your own, and it will be a lesson. But just remember what happened here in court. This is not going to end well for you. This will not be a happy ending for you. But congratulations. Congratulations on your prize.
Congratulations,
And
have
good luck
fun.
to you. Thank you.
Ruining, giving up the rest of your 20s for him, just like I did.
Now,
You could enjoy him.
now
You
I'm
could
going to
enjoy
talk
him.
to
You
you.
shouldn't leave him.
Now I'm going to talk to you. You have some issues, and I don't like this ambush type of behavior. I don't like it. You have to know how to have a conversation with people, because you're dealing with a lot of things right now in your life. And the fact that you could not have an honest conversation over the course of a year is because you didn't want to, because you'd rather sneak around.
Ria's the one. Rachel's not.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you know.
You said the same thing about me. You said the same thing about me.
Mr. Jaime, I'm glad that in the midst of your porn haze and your messy apartment, you're able to see clearly about who the woman for you in your life is. But I'm gonna tell you right now, how it starts is usually how it ends. When you build a foundation with someone on a complete and utter lie, it's very rare that you go off and you're able to actually have a functioning, trusting, loyal, happy relationship, because it is built on a lie. To you, Miss Sharp, I understand you're very upset and blindsided.
We're gonna have words later.
Well, I don't know
many.
that you need to do that. I don't know that you need to do that, because you know, when you end a relationship with someone who hasn't been honest, hasn't been loyal, hasn't been trusting, you don't lose anything. You win. I don't think he was ever going to be brave enough or man enough to tell you anything.
No, I don't think so.
So now you know the truth, and I always tell people, the lies hurt, and sometimes the truth, it's a very revealing, but there's really only one that sets you free. So you have the truth today.
I do, you're right.
And you can go forward and be free.
Yeah, I can do a lot better. So.
Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Right now I'm feeling shocked, I'm angry, I feel like I'm shaking on the inside.
I feel good. It's done. I'm ready to move on with Bria, and of course, I care for Rachel. I love her, but I'm not in love with her anymore, and it just needed to end.
Now that I know the truth about what's going on, the most that I'm gonna help him out with is packing, and that's about it. Bria, good luck, because whatever, you wanna waste your time with him, go for it.